had I don't know if it was a 90-day challenge, but you had something going on about getting unstuck. And I was like, oh my God, that's where I'm at right now. Like right now, I feel stuck. I feel, even though I was healing, I just felt like I'm lost. There's something more, but I don't know what it is,
We're
so.
learning life, embracing love, managing marriage, maneuvering in ministry, and managing money. Welcome to the Let's Talk About It podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're listening, wherever you're watching, or whatever you're watching out with the Let's Talk About It podcast. Listen, I'm so excited. I know I have been out of pocket with the podcast because your girl has been busy with the Butterfly Academy Mentorship 90-day program, and we completed it. We did it. I'm super duper excited because I have a special guest where they're going to be talking about their experience. But listen, I am thankful to every person that has been rocking out with the podcast, for every person that has downloaded. I appreciate you. Make sure you like, you share, all of that great stuff as we talk about not just the BAM program, but also their story and their experience. So get your pen, piece of paper, whatever you're going to do to rock out with us in your car, on your way to work, walking, working out, rock out with us as we talk about their experience in the Butterfly Academy Mentorship Program. Listen, here we go. Let's grow. My special guest, none other than Miss Ashtyn Shine. Listen, y'all, this woman is absolutely amazing. I thank God for her. She's one of my mentees in a couple of areas, and we'll kind of talk about that. But I just kind of want her to kind of share with you, who are you, where are you from, all of that good stuff. Tell them about yourself, Miss Shine.
Okay, well, my name is Ashtyn Shine. I am a mother of three beautiful children. They all grown now, but um, I am a caterer. I have a catering company called AMS Catering. We do private chef options and mobile bar services, and we've been in business for 5 years now. And I know, right? I didn't even realize that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yes, ma'am. So I mean, and I'm just trying to grow. I have joined the band program. I joined the Lions Den because I was searching for something deeper, something I knew that it's something in me that needed to be explored. So I wanted to try to, invest in me and try to grow. And so that's what I did. Yes,
See, you
ma'am.
said the powerful word right there, man. We're going to just chop it up. So, for everybody that's listening, this is very authentic. We're just going to chop it up. But you said something major, investing in you. What made you say, because I know before this you had Sweet, what's the name of the other company?
Sweet icy treats. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Sweet Icy Treats. And you had that before you
Yes,
joined
ma'am.
the Lions Den, because you joined
Uh-huh.
the Lions Den first. For those that don't know, the
Right.
Lions Den small business community, where we have multiple businesses, where we teach them how to start, scale, and all that great stuff, their business. But what made you say, okay, well, first of all, I would say this, you having Sweet Icy Treats,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of where you were before making that decision. Were you in a place of rock bottom, or were you in a place of, I just know more, I need more?
Well, when I started Sweet Icy Treats, it was because I was dreaming. Like I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I was in an environment where everybody was drinking, and so I was thinking. When I say drinking, I mean alcohol. So, and I'm not an
Gotcha.
alcohol drinker, so
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, that's a great idea. I can, make money because everybody drinking." So that's how I started. I just decided that I was going to do that. But then I went through hell and hot water, and my marriage, it started to deplete. And as we separated, as we were going through all of that stuff, I was thinking my territory now don't involve these type of people. I don't have, like, I was still going out reaching to, trying to sell my liquor and stuff, but it wasn't working. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still get engagements. Don't get me wrong. I still do the mobile bar, but what I'm saying is, I felt like there was something more, something greater,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And I was still searching for my identity. Who am I after this? After, I was with that man for 11 years. So who am I? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now? Like I was kind of lost, So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I came to the lines. Then it was actually my best friend Shator came up to me and was just like, what are you doing in business? And I'm like, girl, I'm good. I thought I was good. I had my
Mm-hmm.
LLC. I had all my documentation that I thought I was supposed to have, and
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of a bullheaded person. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I steady was watching her and I steady was watching her grow. And I was just like, girl, why that ain't happening for me? So
Yeah.
I went and talked to her. I say, hey girl, what's going on? Tell me a little bit more about this Lions Den. And she just began to pour and tell me. And then I was like, well, I want to check them out and see what they're about. And then listen, this is the kicker part. When I started checking y'all out, I didn't even realize that I had been watching you years before, thinking that, well, y'all were
Wow.
helping me. Y'all were helping me in my marriage. Didn't even know it. We were watching y'all, and we were trying to do the red words. That's all I remember is those red words because we were evil with each other with our mouths, just talking
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And so we took that part from y'all, like we need to watch what we say. And these are red words. These are words that we're going to put in a box and we can't say to each other. So when
Mm-hmm.
I initially met you and your husband, I thought, well, I met y'all online. I thought that y'all were going to minister to me for my marriage, but I realized that God had a whole nother, thing for
Man.
y'all mentors, in my life. So it was awesome.
Well, I got
Hmm
chills. Like every time you say, I know you said it several times, but I'm like, how God is so amazing, right?
It
Because it's
is.
like
It
we
is.
think it's for one thing. And I
Hmm
remember that we did a video about red words, and that was
Right.
like years ago
Yes.
about red words. And to see the divine connection now is like,
Right.
God,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know what you're doing. And I say that to any
Hmm
person that's watching. It's like, that's why it's important to do exactly what God called you to do. Because sometimes I found out this is that sometimes we feel like our purpose is just for us and not realizing our
hmm
purpose is for other people that will help other people, but also help us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because and
hmm
we've grown since then, since that because we
Mhm.
still don't say red words now, please understand that. But since
Yes,
then,
sir.
I think it was just about ministry, 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 but not necessarily
Mhm.
about the marketplace in doing ministry outside of that. And I think that's important.
Mhm.
I would say this. So once you said, okay, I got to do something different, you joined the Lions
Right.
Den, you're a part of the Lions
Mhm.
Den. We did some stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I always say, man,
Right.
when you join the gym, you join a community that eventually we gonna work together some kind of way,
Mm.
right? I
Right.
say that in the
Yes,
den,
ma'am.
and I thank you for trusting us with that. But I know you were in the den, and all of a sudden you hear about the BAM program. How did you hear about the Butterfly Academy Mentorship Program?
So, yeah, I was getting online on Monday morning, and on my way to work, I would just be like, "Okay, I'm up, so let me just see what they're talking about." And
Mhm.
then I started hearing you talk about the band program. I'm like, "What is that?" And then you talked about being stuck. That you had I don't know if it was a 90-day challenge, but you had something going on about getting unstuck. And I was like, "Oh my God, that's where I'm at right now." Like right now, I feel stuck. I feel even though I was healing. I just felt like I'm lost. There's something more, but I don't know what it is. So that's why I decided, hey, the next class, I'm gonna get in it.
I
That's where it
love
came from.
it. I think too, a
Yes,
lot of
ma'am.
people think, okay, when you start a business, and this is the thing I told the people in the Lions Den, I said, okay, you start a business and that's great, but you got to remember you as a person, as an individual. And the BAM program is more of a self-development versus
Right.
doing your business. So I want to ask you, when you made that moment to say, okay, my business is going, because by that time your business is going good, you're doing things
Right.
you probably ain't never done before, but it's the inner
Right.
healing that you were at.
Right.
When you said and you saw, okay, the Butterfly Academy, before even seeing that, and you saying you were unstuck, what was the aha moment before even seeing a Butterfly Academy mentorship that I need to get unstuck? I need to get to a point to where I'm not just moving in my business, but the inner me is become, oh girl, I
Mhm.
felt that, is become healed. Let's talk about that.
No, I don't know if I had a aha. I know that I had an inner hunger for something more, something greater. Like every time I go to church, I just felt like, oh, it's something in me that I got to seek for it, though, you know. And I was
Mhm.
praying and stuff, but it clicked when I heard you say, about all the testimonies and the things that people were saying. Even I heard, what's her name? Rhonda Lee's testimony about her divorce and the things I'm like, man,
Mhm.
you know, she's in this program. I need to get in the room, you know? So that's what I was
Mhm.
thinking. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's why I
Yes,
love to
ma'am.
get y'all testimonies because you just never know. I can say all
Right.
day what the band program can do, but it's not until
Hmm.
you're in the room because I can't explain it. And I believe a lot
Right.
of people don't understand that you cannot explain the band program unless you're in the room.
That's
So I
true.
want to ask you, you sign up for it.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
you said, okay, let me get on this 90-day challenge. For those of you that are listening, I know some of you have been hitting me up like, when are you doing the next one? I'm sorry. If you don't get on that first train, I just don't have the capacity and I don't have the I want to be wise in what I do. And I'm already running 6 different businesses. I'm a pastor's wife. I'm doing a lot.
Hmm.
And so I realize I can only do it once a year. Now I do
Hmm.
stuff throughout the year, but that program pulls a lot out of me. And so I want to ask you, where were you when you said, okay, I'm signing out? Did you know what you were signing up for?
I just knew that I was going. My intentions was to grow. And my intentions was to get something out of it, and I did just that. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yes,
So when
ma'am.
you joined, I guess I want to. What were you expecting? Like when you joined, what were you expecting? Have you ever been in a community like that? Let me ask that first.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not the lines then, not the bam. No, I never. When I saw you at my event, I told you, I said I never knew I needed a mentor until I got one. Like I
Right.
never knew that I needed to even be in classes like this. Like this is not something I have ever done. So, like I love it. I absolutely love it. Hmm.
Awesome. So your first day,
Yes.
you join, and now you
Hmm.
find other women in where you were expecting that part of it to see
No,
see
ma'am. I
that.
wouldn't. No, but I loved it because man, it was like we got strength from each other. And especially when you did the breakout rooms. My God of heaven, they were awesome. They really were.
That was my
They
first
really
time doing
were.
that. I had never done it in the band program. I
Oh,
wanted
that
to
was
try
awesome.
something
Keep
new.
doing that,
So,
Nick. Keep that.
okay, awesome. That's good to know.
Yes,
That's good to know.
ma'am.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So your when you so now you're in the band, you start I'm trying to take them on a journey. You sign up, you do your orientation, you meet everybody, meet all the
Uh-huh.
ladies. Then from meeting the ladies, now you start putting in the work. What was that like
Hmm.
to go through? Because I know you said a couple of things in the class.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, it was I could see the enemy hand already at work because at first when I signed up for the den, I was not working at the time that the den was supposed to, I mean not the den, the BAM program was supposed to be coming on. I thought I was gonna be in my home, in my room, being able to take in everything. But I ended up having to go to work at 7 o'clock. I'm just like, wait a minute now. It kind of made me kind of a little frustrated, but I was like, I'm not gonna be defeated. No, I'm gonna still I told this lady, I work for private sitting too. And so I told this lady, hey, if you want me on these days, I'm going to be in class. So if you don't, then I need to take off on these days. She was like, well, you can be in class, but let me tell you, it seemed like every time I went to work, she was in a mood and she was like, you need to turn that down. And every time I would go to work too, to get on the band program, I couldn't find my headphones. So I'm just like, Lord, it was like the enemy
I
was just
never knew
getting me
that.
on there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so but it started out like that. And I just was like, I gotta be, I gotta get something. I didn't join is not to be able to get the fullness of it. So
Mhm.
I would go to work, take her blood pressure and her vitals and what else I do? Oh, give her some drinks, whatever she needs, and then I'm like, okay, I'm about to sit down and be on the call, and when we're done, I can do whatever you need to be done. So she agreed to that, right? So
Mhm.
I would sit down and start getting, my lesson and stuff. When it first started out, I was like stuck. I really didn't know. I kind of felt the way because people were talking about they knew what their purpose was. I was reading people was talking about they knew what their purpose was, and I didn't know what my purpose was. I'm sitting up here like, dang, man, I'm way behind, like I don't know. So then the first thing that you was telling us is we gotta seek God. We gotta, talk to Him. Be intentional. That was that kind of like our first lesson is being intentional about your purpose. So I think we got kind of down to the third video, and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna have to run the block back. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board because I'm still like I'm getting it, and I'm getting excited about the different things that I'm learning, different gems you be dropping, because baby, you be dropping them gems. I'm excited about that, but then I'm just like I still feel like I don't know what I'm designed to do. So I went there, and then you said the key thing. You was like, for those of you that don't know what your purpose is, let me tell you something. My sister, you say you're already walking in your purpose. You're already living it. You're already doing purpose. That was my aha moment. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I was like, okay, God, you're going to have to talk to me, ma'am.
I got chills. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, no, I said, okay, God, you're going to have to talk to me. You're going to have to break this thing down to me because she said I'm already doing purpose. So I'm like, okay. So I just began to journal and talk to God. And then all of a sudden, it just hit me. It hit me that I'm already doing it, that I am called to women, that and then he showed me that like I keep saying, I was like last year, I began to be in the women ministry, and I was a leader in the women ministry, but I wasn't in the forefront. It was like I was kind of being an understudy, if that makes sense. I was behind somebody learning, basically. And for a whole year, I never missed a beat. I was always there. And then he showed me, now he moved me to the front, like I'm the director of it. I'm just like, okay, so that's what I'm called to do. I say, but then I started thinking about broader than the church. And then that's when he showed me about my book, that once I complete this and once I fully heal, because he told me that after the book is written, that's when my healing is I'm going to be fully healed, basically. And then he showed me that that's when I'm going to have another audience of women that's called to me. So I was just like, okay, God, So that's what I learned. Yes, ma'am.
I love it. Oh my God. I know just to read your comments in the classroom that we had, it was like, yes, oh my goodness. Like, it's almost like, that's why I had y'all go back and read your comments. I don't know if y'all saw my message to go back in the beginning.
I read it. And, yes, ma'am.
And you can see the growth of you guys as you went throughout the journey. And so I want to say thank you so much for going on the journey, because I grew with y'all. Like I said, I've never done groups before. And so to do groups, it was like, oh my God, this is so lit. These ladies are healing in these groups, and they're learning together, and they're building a bond that they don't have to have. You get me twice a week, me doing videos, but just to have that bond. So I must ask you, have you connected with any of the ladies outside of the BAM program? Now the BAM is over, the 90-day challenge is over. How do you feel after it's over?
Oh, I feel empowered. I mean, I feel that I can do this boldly, knowing that I'm equipped with everything that God has designed me for, when you talked about putting on the whole armor of God, because like I told you, warfare had already began before I even started putting on the whole armor of God, and then getting out my feelings. Woo, that blessed my soul. Do you hear me? Because I was the type of person that wore my feelings on my shoulder and will snap and go off. You hear me? But I think like I was telling y'all about the encounter that I've been encountering God on a whole nother level in a different way. He was showing me all the time. I love it because every time I go through something, it's like he's showing me. And I was learning to just let it go and let him do what he is designed to do, like what he called to do. Let him do it because he can do it better than I can. So, and then with them women, it just seemed like one thing after another started happening. I'm like, dang, but I'm not in this to be liked. I say, but I'm a strong person too, though. But I tend to wear my feelings on my shoulders. So I had to pray about that. I say, okay, God, you called me to women. Now help me to not like everything they do or, to get on me, or get in my heart. Because when they get in my heart, baby, I don't know, I might not can control it. You get what I'm saying? So, so I start. I mean, because things to start happening one thing at another. Even when I was at the Lions Den thing, I had to step out a couple times. I'm like, Lord, what is going on? And then I realized though something that I did, and I love Him for allowing me to realize the things that I'm doing wrong, and stopping them, like taking a halt. Back then, I wouldn't even care. I would have been like, shoot, I'm wrong and I don't care about it. I'm just. So I love the growth. I see the growth. I stopped in my tracks though, because I kept playing that thing over and over in my mind, and it was starting to take root in my heart. And I say, okay, I got to let this go, because if I don't, then it's going to take a turn for the worse. And I know it,
Yeah.
So I ended up just stop talking about it. I just made myself stop talking about it, let it go and give it to God. And He worked it straight out. And I was like, yeah. But
So,
before the enemy tried to take me there. Like I told you, I was a fighter and I didn't play games, and I would fight with my mouth too. So I don't want to be that person though. I don't want to be her. And then I told y'all again that I went in the store and the woman bit my finger back by the thing. It got caught in the thing, and baby, before I know it, I went off, and I wasn't holy. I'm got to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Came out, and I just stopped myself, and I was like, "Ooh!" And I began to look around, and I was like, "No, that is not me no more. The devil is a lie." I know, because really, it made me feel like I was being a hypocrite, because I know for a fact that I heard God clearly, and I know that I was growing. So when I got to that car, I just began to cry. I bawled like a baby, and I called my pastor and said, "Listen, I done messed up." Like, oh my God! And she was like, "Girl." She's like, "You human," but the killing part is that you realize it. That the old Ashtyn that I know wouldn't have cared, would have slapped you and kept going,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm growing. I know it, and I love it, And I don't want to let nothing knock me off of it though, because it's quick. It can happen in a split instant before you even just can know it. But when you are girded up, like you told us, and have the whole armor of God, you won't nothing penetrate your heart like that, Because baby, she was about to have it. She was about to get the old me.
But you know what? And I remember telling y'all this in the class. I said, when y'all start this class, get ready for the attacks of the enemy, because you're shifting your mind. And when you shift your mind, the enemy doesn't like that, because now your purpose is attached to somebody else's. Because when you start identifying who you are, you start snatching your identity back, and you start going on a journey. Now, all of a sudden, people start to see. I don't know how many women in the classroom said, people are starting to see my growth. Because one of the things that you were talking about that I teach is that when you get in your feelings, it equals failure. And we have to realize that, like, you get in your feelings, you're going to start making the biggest mistake you could ever make. You will disconnect from people, you will disconnect from your destiny, and you will disconnect from the promises that God had for you. And that's the part that I teach in that band program. But one of the things I want to say is that I knew when you said,
"Hi, everybody. I am Jasmine Ford, and I just finished the 2025 Butterfly Academy under Tonya Harden. And let me tell you, this program is amazing. Now, you're not going to find the kind of information that she gives on Google. You can't Google this information. This is hard-fought, hard-won, revelatory information for you to fulfill the calling that God has for you. And, it doesn't matter if you have your college degree or not, or you have your GED or not. It doesn't matter. Life throws us all kinds of punches sometimes, and sometimes we get discouraged. But what I found when I joined is that there was a whole sisterhood who were vulnerable, who thought like I did, and maybe they were stuck in different ways, but we were all stuck. And at the end of it, I am on fire. I am ready to launch. I've already launched my ministry. We already have our business rolling. And so I want to encourage you, come. If it was important that God put this vision in your heart. So it's important for you to invest in the vision that God put in your heart. If you're still hearing whispers of a calling, and you still sit up at night and you have a vision in your heart, and you're like, man, I wish I could do X, Y, and Z, come to the Butterfly Academy. I'm telling you, you will get unstuck by the end of this program. And so I am so thankful. And on behalf of the 2025 Butterfly Academy, I want to welcome you. Please come. You are worth it. The vision God has for you is worth the investment, and for you to come and be poured into and loved on and encouraged on. Okay, so I'll see you later. Bye.
I am now the director. I don't know if you remember, we were in the class. You said, I am now the director over women. You open your mouth to say that, I start speaking life into you. because I knew what
Mhm.
came with that. I knew
Oh,
what I
yeah.
know when you are helping women, what comes with it
Mhm.
is not the person, it's the enemy within. Because if you can teach a woman to find out
Mhm.
her purpose, baby, she become a whole weapon
That's
against
right.
of the enemy. He
Mhm.
she becomes a whole, because women have something special. They have something.
Mhm.
That's why I love women, because there's something that we have special. And if we ever tap into it, the amount
Mm.
now that you're leaving this program, the amount of women that you're gonna touch. You don't think the enemy didn't attack me during that program? He
Right. Yeah.
he went out for me. He went out for everything, even my children, because
Mhm.
of women like you that were going to, because it's a domino effect.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
why I posted a video and I said, when you find somebody that's a mentor and they can mentor to you and speak into your life, but they speak because they know that they're growing too, you found the right
Mhm.
one. I want to see y'all win. And I know when you win, oh my God, the souls that are going to be saved, the women
Right.
that are going to be set free. And I knew when you said women's ministry, oh boy, the
Yeah.
enemy was not going to be happy. And unfortunately, he was
Mhm.
going to use the very ones, and will still do. So still girt yourself up, because he still will
Right.
use the very ones that you pour into, that you give
Mhm.
your all to. But you got to keep them off your heart. And when you learn that, oh my God, it's a whole nother level for you. So I salute you,
Mhm.
girl. I'm excited for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Women's ministry. So by you leaving the band program, you left, and
Mhm.
not only you were already doing AMS catering,
Mhm.
you're already doing that, y'all, and she gonna tell y'all where to go find her on there. But you were already doing that, yeah, with
Mhm.
throughout the lines. Then we got your LLC, all that stuff, all correct. So we
Yes,
listen.
ma'am.
Join the den. I'm gonna pause and park and say that a shameless
Okay.
plug. Join the Lions Den, a great thing. But I want to say, what did you start? I know you started the women's ministry, but you did
Mhm.
something after that. You started planning for, that was a powerful thing. Because when you
Yeah.
join a band, you're starting something. My goal is to always teach women how to start something, how to start a
Mhm.
business, how to start a nonprofit, or how to start something that they've already had put on the shelf, but they just need to take it off and start it, or identify what that is. So, by you getting
Mhm.
unstuck, what did you find out once the program was over and you were done? I know
Now that
yeah.
ma'am?
I said I know I asked a lot of questions in there, but yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
no, it's okay. Well, I found out first of all what my purpose was, and because of me finding out what my purpose was, it made me ready to write my book, to finish the journey of my healing. Yeah, and to get it out there so that I can be connected to those audience, the target audience for my book. So yes, that's what I started. Is the journey on writing my book. Yes, ma'am.
And shameless plug, she is writing with HE Book and Publishing Company, which is awesome.
Yay!
So we're super excited about that journey. We have been meeting and planning and getting together. And so we're going on the journey, and I can't wait till it unfolds in front of
Yes,
everybody.
ma'am.
So the goal was that she left with something, and that was my goal for you to
Mhm.
do. So I gotta ask you this as we prepare to kind of close out: is that
Okay.
what is next? Outside of, you got your book, the book is already going, because I'm pretty sure you're
Okay.
doing the homework, right? Look at me, right?
Mhm.
Homework for the book.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
what's next? What's
What's
next
next?
for you?
Uh, well, through your program, I have been doing a whole lot of things that's way out of my comfort zone, like this right now, like me and my face on the thing. This is not me, and it's not for the weak. Do you hear me? So, I think that I'm going to try and get me a page where I'm speaking to women and giving my testimony. I think that that's what I want to do. I ain't gonna say no podcast yet. Wait a minute, I don't know what the Lord got, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do want to try to step out and put my face to the voice, if that makes sense.
I love
Mhm.
it. I love it. That's
Yes,
awesome.
ma'am.
And I always say it's growth for that, and it's always it's amazing to have those type of communities. So I salute you. I say do
Yes,
what
ma'am.
God has called you to do, and do
Mhm.
it one step at a time. What I always say, you eat the elephant, but one bite at a time. As
One
long
bite
as
at a time. That's right.
you it, you got it.
That's right.
So any encouraging words? Because I know, first of all, I want them to go and follow you. So where are the places that they can go and follow you, and where are you at on social media?
Okay, so I have a Facebook page, and it's well, I have two. It's my personal is Ashtyn Ministries, and then my business is Sweet I no, I just changed it. Wait a minute. It's AMS Catering. It's on Facebook, and on Instagram is AMS Catering. I just updated all my information. And on TikTok it's AMS Catering 4 because it's two different AMS Catering on TikTok. So I'm number 4.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And also your website. Where can they go and find out more about you on your website?
It's www.cateringbyams.com. So yes,
Awesome.
look me up.
Y'all go hook her up. Go follow her. She has the best. And it's a couple of things I can say you can have the best of. First of all, I never had grits and shrimp and grits. I was like, I would never do that in my life. You got me to do that. Okay.
Yes, awesome.
Yes, you're the first person I ever ate their shrimp and grits. And guess what? I went to Toasted Yolks or whatever. I had a breakfast with my pastor wives, my spiritual daughters. And guess what I asked for? Shrimp and grits. I cannot, but it was because of your and grits. You have this. Oh man, your let me say what else. Oh, your chicken and waffles off the shelf. And not only that, I must tell you this is that your setup is beyond amazing.
Thank you.
Like
Yes,
your professionalism and your team. Y'all, she has an amazing team. Yes. Shout out to your team.
Yes, shout out to them.
Yes, I always say, man, you can't do business by yourself. So shout out to your team. They do amazing job setting up and taking care. I know we had a Lions Den workshop. Oh my God, Jesus. We doing that next year, by the way. We had the dinner, the VIP dinner, and we had lamb.
Oh, yes. Woo!
I never had sweet lambs. Was it lamb? Lamb, right?
Yes, ma'am. It was lamb chops. Yes, ma'am.
Lamb
with
chops.
Honey glaze on it. Mm-hmm.
It was what on it? Not sugar. Honey glaze.
The honey glaze, garlic honey glaze. Mm-hmm.
Baby, when I tell you, I was looking for more. I was just like, I need some, but I was like, I know we not ready to put a budget. Let me not ask for no. It was so good. So I thank you. She has great food. Go check her out. Go to her website, check her out, and drinks. Her drink now, not the liquor. I don't drink the liquor, but it's other drinks she didn't have me try. I don't even think you knew I was trying it because I'm very funny. Those that know me, I'm a funny eater. I don't eat everybody's food, and I don't drink different things. But I have done that with you because I trust your food. It takes me a minute. Everybody could tell you, even it take me a minute. But I love your drinks, so I salute you for that. So with that said, so y'all go rock out with her. Go check her out. My last thing to you is, what would you tell a woman that's out there? Of course, we want you to join the BAM next year. Okay, get on my waiting list because I got a lot of folk waiting. I think it's gonna be open in June, so get ready for that. But I want to ask you this: what would you say to another woman that is unstuck? Of course, another shameless plug. Get ready for her book soon as it come out. So you got to go follow her now because the book gonna come out. But what would you say to another woman that is at a place of complacency and stuck? Your last words. What would you say to encourage them?
It's cutting in and out. I didn't hear the last part.
I'm so sorry. What would you say to the person that is stuck and complacent?
Well, first of all, I would tell them that you can't do this by yourself. That's what I have learned. I heard Bishop always talk about being self-made. Baby, I was self-made. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I wasn't trying to hear it. But along this journey, I have learned that I cannot do this by myself. I would be a fool to feel like, or to think that, continue to think that way, that I can do this by myself. Can't do it by myself. So I would tell you that you can't do this whole walk, not just business or ministry. You can't do this walk in life by yourself. You're going to need people like you say, to stand on some people's shoulders, and I am absolutely elated to God for allowing me to stand on your shoulders and your husband's shoulders, in business and ministry, and, just learning who I am, like taking the time out to really invest in me, like I say, and grow. Like you need to stand on the shoulders of other people. And so I do agree with that. Also, another nugget that I learned from you is that leaders are readers and readers are leaders.
Come
When
on.
I joined when I joined this BAM, I used to read a long time ago, and I was a writer, like in school. That was my favorite subject. I got all the best grades in writing, but I realized that for 10 years plus, I have not picked up a book. I have not read anything. So the first of the year, I put on my vision board that I was going to read 3 books. And can I tell you that I'm already on book number 7?
Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes,
That is
yes.
huge.
It's like I haven't been able to set it down because I guess that hunger that I keep talking about, that hunger for more and just to learn. Yeah. So
Yeah. I love it. I'll tell anybody, Booker T. Washington, he said, the knowledge is in the book. That's the why so many people that are like us perish because of the lack of knowledge. All of knowledge, everything that people hear me say, I done grabbed it out of a book somewhere. The elephant thing that I talked, that came out of a book somewhere. And
I got them gems written down too. Look, all your gems. I love them.
I'm telling you. And I'll be trying to remember where I got it from, but I'll be like, I got it from a book, or I got it from whatever, because I love to give people their credit, but that came from a book. I don't know which one, but it was a book that I read. So I salute you. That's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
And
if I can say one more thing, wait a minute. The whole, I love the whole entire BAM. The whole thing blessed my soul. But let me tell you what, because I'm an affirmation person. I have to speak to myself, speak it to me and hear it and feel it. And then it can resonate with me. So when you sung that song in that video, it said, no limits, no boundaries. I see increase all around me. Stretch forth, break forth, enlarge my territory. Baby, I have been hung. I mean, I cling to it. It just resonated with me for some reason. And I don't know. It's just so good to me. And I just want to tell somebody that, hey, if you're a person like me that love affirmations and love to speak life into yourself, baby, that song blessed my soul. And when you gave it to me, I said, God, thank you. Because I started just hearing it and just playing it. Like, when you go through something traumatic and heartbreaking, you feel like you don't know what's next for you, or there's nothing left for you to do. And that song resonated with me, that God still loves me. He sees me, that there's no limits. No boundaries, I don't know. So it just, I don't know. I thank you for that. Great. I want to bring that out. Just,
I think I cried. I sung on some of them videos. Cried on some of them videos. I was just, it was a moment, like God, especially when you go back over your life and all the tragedy and all the pain and the hurt. It reminds you, and that's what I do in the BAM. I take the rug that you put all the dirt up under, and we pull it back. And by going through my experience and sharing my tools and my tips of what I learned throughout, and people wonder why I can walk in a room or walk in confidence and boldness, is because God, you brought me out too much, and can't no devil in hell, and no character assassination, and nothing that nobody got to say, because I learned who I am in God. And you can call it, and as long as I'm not cocky, and God continues to convict me, I'm good. Because baby, He still convicts me. I'm like you. I shared with y'all in that in the BAM how, baby, I messed up at a whole store. I know they was recording me, baby. Yeah, about to tap up the whole pastor wife of the church, everything. So you make mistakes, and I got in that car like you, when you said you got in the car and cried. I think I put my head down, because I got in that car with Bishop and cried like, why did I do that?
Right.
God, I let that go so far. And it wasn't even the woman. It was just life that was just happening that I kept not wanting to deal with. And it came out. So we all fall short of the glory of God. But it's learning how to get up. And I believe as long as we keep getting up, we're going to keep growing. And that's what I teach in the BAM. Let's keep growing. Let's keep growing. Let's keep going to the next level. So But I thank you again. I thank you for trusting us with you. I thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
for the, even from the Lions Den, from you show up, you're there. You know, there's a lot of people signed up in the Lions Den, but they all don't show up, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
there. But they're in the community. But I say to you, thank you for sitting at our feet and learning
Right.
and gleaning
Yes,
from
ma'am.
our experiences outside of church, you know, because you have your pastor. You know, I'll always say that your pastor's your pastor, that's
Mm-hmm.
your leader, and their job is to groom you and nurture you in those areas. Our spiritual parents are our spiritual parents, but I also know that I needed other people to be able to speak in different areas. So I thank you
Mm-hmm.
for allowing us to
Yes,
be the
ma'am.
people to be able to speak into those
Yes.
areas. Don't take it lightly. You said to me at the event, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like, man, I love you. I was like, did I tell her I love her back? I said, man, I love you. I love you back because I
Yes.
love I love to grow with you. And I love that it is an honor when someone is, it's nothing like being a mentor and you put information out there and people don't listen and it goes on deaf ears.
Mm-hmm.
That's frustrating.
Right.
Ugh, that is
Right.
frustrating for
Yeah.
me. It's like you wasted my time, but I thank you for
Mm-hmm.
not wasting our time. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
I thank
thank you too, though. I thank you for allowing God to truly use you and to allowing you to pour out, because you pour out. That's the reason why you can only do it once a month, because I mean, or once a year, is because you pour your heart and your soul. Like one of them videos, I couldn't even comment. I say, all I feel is your heart and your love and your, like your calling. Like you are actually definitely called to this, because I just felt it, nothing but your heart and how you just dive into it and you give it your all. So
you.
I thank you for that, because I appreciated that. I was just like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed to be in the
Yeah,
season that I am in my life right now. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I thank you for rocking out with me. Don't go nowhere, but I want to just say to every person that's watching, every person that's listening, I pray that there was something we said today that will empower you and remind you to keep going, keep pushing, don't give up. And if you don't remember anything else, remember you are a product of God's grace and mercy when you see yourself through God's eyes and not people. Until next time, thank y'all for rocking out. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.